Greene County basketball is on the air. And now, Greene County basketball is on the air. And now, Matthew Palazzo.
Well, if you're a fan of exciting finishes, of near buzzer beaters, and just sports in general, then the first game was the one for you. Chucky gets the win in the girls' championship game, 27-25. A last-second attempt by Nola Chucky that rims out at the very last moment, and Chucky holds on for the victory. Just 7 points, or no, actually just 5 points for the rest of the game after that first quarter. And there you have it, Chucky sweeping the Pee Wee girls and the midget girls championship game. So here we are, one final championship game for our booster club here in 2025 and 2026. It's the top-seeded Nola Chucky Trailblazers against the McDonald Hornets. The Hornets actually the 3 seed coming into the tournament this season. And Nola Chucky, well, the top seed, they ran roughshod throughout really any other competition they faced this season, certainly in this tournament. But McDonald, that's the hot team, right, coming into the tournament as we hear their starting lineups rung out here. But Tyler, growing up, I never remembered McDonald as one of those teams as those to beat. But here in recent years, especially this year, they are vastly improved.
Listen, if you're a part of my friend group or just around my age group, you remember that classic championship game between Mosheim and McDonald at West Greene High School. Go ask Coach Alan Tolliver about that game, too. A little bit of sour grapes right there
McDonald.
For the McDonald crew. And if you know the Potter clan, then you know Braxton Potter. You know his heroics that he pulled off when he was an Indian back in the day. But I feel the opposite. Nola Chucky, one of those that weren't one of the teams to fear back in the day, but man, they seem like one of the teams to fear now. I mean,
they were always Nola Chucky was always the team to beat for me, and Nola Chucky, Mosheim, and Doak. That was the big three when I was growing up. Now I know that we have our ebbs and flows, and teams kind of get better and worse as the generations goes on. But McDonald's certainly big when you were rising up the ranks, and they certainly are the talk of the town now. Nola Chucky and McDonald here for game number 2 on our Saturday night doubleheader. And yes, there's another Dyer brother. I wasn't aware of this until reading about
Fourth
this.
Grade.
Carson Dyer, Maddox Hensley, Jackson Miriam, Creedon Gregg, and Tucker Elliman will finish out the 5 starting for the Nola Chucky Trailblazers. It'll be Nathan Julian, Levi Hollingsworth, Jaden Ferguson, Noah Wallace, and Crosby Tremblay for the McDonald Hornets, the number 3 seed in the tournament against the number 1 seed Nola Chucky Trailblazers. Carson Dyer, the ball handler, will move it near side. Nola Chucky will miss its first shot of the game off the corner from Miriam, but an offensive rebound will keep it into the Blazer front court. Dyer, a hop, skip, and a jump in the lane. This one off the back iron and out into the hands of an opposing Hornet. Matthew Palazzo, Tyler Nichols back with you for game number 2 here tonight. Glad you could join us here for the second half of our Booster Club Championship coverage. A drive by Julian and a foul drawn. Some fans starting to clear out of the gymnasium, but once upon a time, Tyler, this was
packed.
This was absolutely jam-packed. I think you kind of saw that in between games, right? You have less teams right down the stretch.
And you have people coming to the game early to make sure they get a seat before they're before they watch.
Because we came here in the final girls semifinal in the first half,
and that was 3 games before this one. So
Nathan Julian will open up the scoring this evening, late evening hours. Start time pushed back a little bit. So many incredible finishes here already today. Looking for another one here in the boys' championship. Carson Dyer lofting a pass left side for Hensley. I think we might have another brother of an older South Greene High School athlete in Miriam. Miriam's brother, I believe, at the middle school, played a little bit of running back this season. I saw another younger sibling of Jenna Gentry for Nola Chucky in that first game as well. Just perusing this McDonald lineup. I don't see anyone that catches my eye right off the bat, at least not right now, that plays at West Greene. Nola Chucky nearly gets the steal, but stepping out of bounds with it was Hensley, and it will be McDonald basketball in the end. I'm sorry, Tyler, I did not know that McDonald had that sort of reputation.
I just thought about it, though. What years were you in middle school?
Middle school, it would have been, let's see here, sorry. It would have been about 2016 to 2018.
Okay, mine were 2010 to 2012. So there was a lot of years in there for things to change.
Dyer off the left side, dribbling in. A shot from the elbow, and that one hits the bottom. The first name might change, but the last one doesn't. Carson Dyer gives Nolichucky its first lead of the game, 2-1. Carson Dyer, the long list of Dyer brothers going through South Green High School. See one of the younger brothers sitting front row here just across from our location. And, of course, the oldest brother at South Green High School lighting up the scoreboards night in and night out. And McDonald will snatch the lead right back. It's Jaden Ferguson to give McDonald the lead at 3-2. Wallace, check that Hensley left side as the Blazers swing it around the orb. And a nice runner there by Creedon Gregg. And Nolichucky with lead change number 2.
I think we have had every
3 lead changes, actually.
Dyer child on a stream so far this year.
We have, because we did do the Chucky Doak South Green Middle School.
Yeah.
Several South Green High School matches.
I've had Gavin Dyer in several years now.
Keaton Dyer the second. Carson?
I believe you're right.
The third, I guess. And there might be a fourth or fifth hiding somewhere down the line. We'll find out in a couple years, I guess. 4:09 to go, quarter number 1 of the Midget Boys Championship game. Here's Nathan Julian. He's 1 for 2 at the charity stripe so far, and will bury the first to tie us up at 4 apiece. We've already had 3 lead changes and a tie here in the early going. Blazers Hornets. Great color matchup here for the nightcap. Julian off the front end for attempt number 2, and that will take us to the other end.
Matthew, what's your favorite color?
Orange.
Orange, okay. Didn't expect that out of an LSU fan. Oh, what shade of orange?
Not burnt.
Oh, come on, Matthew.
Not pale. Just a nice bright orange.
Okay. Mine's green. Specifically,
McDonald
the green
green?
that McDonald wears. Yeah, and it's nice that we have 2 schools within our coverage that wear that too, within Greenville and North Green. So it's a delight every time I go there to watch them play, even though, North Green really doesn't wear green much anymore. They wear black on the road a lot.
Right. Well, it hurts whenever you only cover teams with 2 colors. So
Also true.
4-4. Here we go. Nolichucky basketball. A corner 3 by Dyer, and it rims over and out far side. Kicked out nearly and recovered by Ellerman before it can exit the boundary. Nolichucky back with it, near side, bonus possession underway. McDonald sitting back in their 2-3 zone and drives Gregg. Gregg a little bit too soft on the lay-in, and McDonald will have it. Hornet basketball. Somebody calls Wolf as Ferguson was taking it across midcourt. Didn't matter in the end. He got knocked free regardless, and Creedon Gregg will take it across, swinging it to Dyer. Nolichucky with the basketball, tied at 4. Looking to break this tie. 3-pointer left side by Miriam, and a bit too strong off the near side. Rebounded by the Hornets. In the green jerseys, the 3 seed coming into the tournament. Good steal here by Dyer, and the home Blazers will kick it up court, but a missed lay-in there by Hensley. No worries, he'll get his own miss in the end. Dyer off the wing, couple steps in, a kick to Gregg. Gregg, a power dribble and a looping pass out of Maddox Hensley's wheelhouse. A Blazer turnover, possession, McDonald. Timeout, McDonald. We'll take the break. Return in 60 seconds with 2:50 to go in the quarter. We're deadlocked at 4.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Whether you ride, haul, or work, CNC has what moves you from dirt roads to job sites. We've got the gear to get you there. Hardworking equipment, helpful people, and honest advice. Whether you haul tools, toys, or livestock, CNC Custom Trailers has the equipment you need and the upgrades you want. CNC Custom Trailers, where you're more than just a customer, you're a neighbor.
Greene County basketball is on the air.
Nifty
now,
drive and
Matthew
finish
Palazzo.
inside. Nathan Julian gives McDonald a 6-4 lead. Already the fourth lead change we've had in the first 3.5 minutes of game time. Midget Boys Championship game, quarter number 1 underway. Off the left wing, Jackson Merriam bringing it across the arc near side. Drawing a defender or two. The pass knocked out of his hands. Dyer came crashing down, and up court we go. Noah Wallace went sprawling. Check that Crosby Tremblay, and it's a 5-on-4 for the Nolichucky Trailblazers. No injury timeout just yet. A missed shot on the baseline here by Tucker Ellerman. And Tremblay is slow to get up on the other end of the floor. So 6-4. We'll keep it right here as Tremblay is able to walk off under his own power. Hats off to the kid. Good job, Tremblay. This game already showing shades of that girls' game and just how physical it was for the longest time. Both teams hitting the floor, hitting the deck, left and right.
He lost a shoe.
He did.
You know you got hit hard when you lose a shoe.
Well, here we go back to the action with 2:05 to go. A 6-4 ball game and a travel call against McDonald and Jaden Ferguson before the Hornets can set up the half-court set. Blazer basketball.
Disclaimer too, I mentioned this in the girls game too, but very tight fit up here too, so if the camera's a little off balanced, it's free-handed with the tripod being my elbow on a table, but no complaints. Shout out to Tim Williams once again for letting us come up here.
Shout out Tim.
Shout out to Mosheim for letting us come out here and stream the Booster Club Championships, because what an honor it is, because it's mainly what the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week is for. It's branching away from our normal coverage of the main sports in football, basketball, baseball, and softball. We get to do some soccer, we get to do wrestling, we get to do things outside of high school and middle school athletics such as this with booster ball, and maybe some non-affiliated high school events in the future and some new sports. So it's awesome to come out here and do games like this in the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Jackson Merriam a little bit too hasty underneath. Nolichucky will get the steal as McDonald crossed half court, and Nolichucky looking for some more points, trailing by 2 here. Dyer cutting in the lane, falling down with it, drifting to his right, couldn't get one to fall. And so McDonald will take over. In drives Julian, took quite the fall. Nolichucky will race it the other way. It's been a track meet between these two teams in the early going. Hensley couldn't get it to fit in. And back to what you said, Tyler, definitely it's our second time here at West Green Middle. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Some of my favorite broadcasts of the entire year have been going to those middle school football, basketball games, and even the wrestling matches and the bowling matches too.
Yes,
just
bowling.
Games that you don't necessarily see covered on the front lines like a high school basketball, and it's just been an absolute treat this season.
I kind of like the First Horizon games more than the games of the week just because it's something different than just the traditional sports that we cover.
Well, it's definitely a challenge. And lacrosse coming up, officially a sanctioned sport now within TWSAA. That should be wild fun. The South Green team co-oping with the other county schools in Greenville High School. Track and field also starting up. Not sure if we'll be able to do that one. That's a 2 from Carson Dyer. He's looking to rally the troops. Tied at 6, under a minute to go. Excellent shot from the corner there. Nolichucky gets it back. Excellent block there by Nathan Julian. And he will take it himself up court. Call for the carry. And with 45 seconds left, this one has been more contested than the girls' championship game in the first quarter. We might be in store for another photo finish. Carson Dyer off the sideline inbound. He'll kickstart the offense. Off the right wing, Hensley moves it in. Slower moving possession here for the Blazers. Off to the left, it's Merriam drawing the foul on his way in the lane. We walked in about midway through the Nolichucky Doak semifinal game, and it was a 25-point game. Running clock was in effect. As Dyer will pull through out of nowhere, and it's through the webbing. Are you kidding? Carson Dyer. 7 of his team's 9, and Nolichucky leads it by 3. A 3 to match on the other end, and it's banked too strong by Wallace. Offensive rebound pulled in by Hollingsworth. But what a shot from Carson Dyer to lift the tie at 6. And already 5 lead changes and 3 ties. I think it's about as many ties and lead changes as you possibly have in a 9-6 ball game. Just numerically.
Nice bank shot. Bank's a little open.
Hollingsworth to open the bank late night in Mosheim. 8:35 on a Saturday. Some folks got to go back to work.
Unfortunately.
Substitution in for the Trailblazers as Hollingsworth readies for a second. High arcing shot will bounce in and out. The rebound pulled in by the Blazers, off and running. 10 seconds to go in the half. Dyer's got the hot hand. Three-pointer is dribbled out to the left side. Off the hand of Maddox Hensley. A second remaining. McDonald a shot to end the quarter, and the horn will sound. We played one here from West Korea Middle. Our score at the break, it is McDonald 7, Nolichucky 9. Quarter number 2 coming your way after this as you listen to the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Greene County basketball is on the air. And now, Matthew
Second
Palazzo.
quarter underway. An eventful first quarter of action. A Carson Dyer 3 in the final minute gives Nolichucky a 9-7 advantage as we move to the second frame. 12 seconds in, a jump ball. The arrow will point the other direction, and Nolichucky will set up shop. The Blazers, the top seed in the tournament coming in. McDonald, the 3 seed, upsetting the 2-seeded Baileyton Dragons earlier this afternoon to punch their ticket to the title game. Three-pointer just short from Jackson Merriweather. And a jump ball will follow. And likewise, the arrow will favor the offense. Nolichucky holds on. Underneath, it'll be Miriam to toss it in. 8:37 p.m. It's an incredibly late finish to a Saturday that's been filled with Booster Club basketball. I mean, you walked in, you just smell the wafting mozzarella stick, Sour Patch straws.
You could tell
I mean, my goodness, it was a Booster Club Saturday.
It was packed. I mean, whenever you walk in and the first thing somebody tells you is good luck finding room,
you know you're in for a serious night of basketball. Nathan Julian, nicely done, driving in the lane. He's got 6 of McDonald's 9, and we're all tied up.
Nice.
Carson Dyer, how about that answer? 9 points, and he has 9 of his team's 11. Julian and Dyer going back and forth as Nolichucky will extend to the backcourt, apply some pressure. Great 1-2 punch there by Dyer and Julian couldn't get one to go on the elbow. Blazers with room in the front court. Dyer right-handed lay, spins one in off the window. Dyer's our first scorer in double figures now with 11. Single-handedly outscoring the McDonald Hornets to this point. Dyer's had quite the night. Backcourt, Hornets move it up. Ferguson from right to left into the half court will rise up from 10 feet out. Dribbles off the far side, offensive rebound, put back won't go. A second chance also out from Hollingsworth. So a couple of misses from the Hornets, and the Blazers have the basketball on a 4-point lead. Transition 3. Karam's out by McAfee. And a foul called against Greg of Nolichucky. Hornet ball. They trail by 4, but as we know already, 3 ties, 5 lead changes in this one so far. That could change at a moment's notice. Tobacco Road rivalry also here tonight. Fun day filled with sports. That was close in the final minutes. Tyler, we have an updated score on that?
No, actually, I forget sometimes that being the social media owner of the Green Sports Zone accounts, that it is my task to retweet all the game scores. So I forget that North Green's in action tonight. Had to check on that. Good news is North Green Lady Huskies picking up a big win over Cloudland, exacting revenge from that loss in Roane County.
Wow, that's a big
couple weeks
outcome.
ago, especially after losing to Unaka last night on the road. So big for North Green to be able to get that win as we get a timeout here.
A couple other scores that you have. Let's talk about that North Green game if you don't mind. And then I know Chuggadook was in action tonight against University.
Yes, correct.
So any updates that we can get on that front? We touched on the wrestling regionals a little bit earlier on. Tusculum dropping 2 in their Saturday doubleheader over at Catawba earlier this afternoon.
Halftime of the North Green boys game, we've got North Green 25, Cloudland 24. North Green was actually down 18-9 after the first quarter, if our own Mark Brooks is correct. And speaking of Mark Brooks also, I know he probably won't hear this because he's at North Green covering those games, but Mark literally lives right down the hill from this school. And as I was driving up the hill to get here, I see a man in an orange hoodie walking along the side of the road walking his dog.
It's Mark
Lo and
Brooks?
Behold, it's Mark
Lo
Brooks.
and behold. How about it?
I wave at him, dang near reaching my hand through the windshield to wave at him. Don't know if he knew it was me or not, but he gave me a pretty enthusiastic wave. So I'm assuming he did know it was me, but shout out to Mark.
Well, some prep scores earlier on today. It was the Chucky girls crowned as the Pee Wee Girls champs in the Booster Club, and also the Mosheim boys winning the Pee Wee Boys Championship. So really cool outcomes earlier today from Baileyton. And earlier the game you saw right here on First Horizon Green Sports Zone, 27-25. Chucky repeating, I guess you could say sweeping the girls' title games with a win over the Nola Chucky Trailblazers. As we do have a downed Blazer, it is Jackson Merriam.
Donnie, who'd you say that was on?
As he will get some help up.
Who was that on? They're at 31. There's a 21 and there's, but I don't think.
Awaiting thumbs up here from Miriam. Looks like he's going to be okay. And Nola Chucky will make the change with Maddox Hensley sliding into the lineup. Miriam will take the seat. A baseline inbound now for the McDonald Hornets. And the officials going to get together to discuss something here. Good crew on hand here for our 2 title games. 2 of the 3 I know. Not sure the name of a third, but Donnie, Jamie.
Speaking of Jamie Palmer, yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. But Jamie Palmer, for those who don't know, North Green head baseball coach. Well,
No foul.
talk about one of the most down-to-earth people.
Oh, yeah.
One of the most fun interviews to do because he is just so inspiring talking about his love for baseball and his love for those, I think he calls them his 13 sons in the dugout. Just beautiful stuff
Yeah.
by a beautiful man.
Just a great, great guy. Played Marlins baseball with him when I was younger and just always appreciated him every single year.
Marlins
Hollingsworth,
baseball,
how about
love
it?
that pool.
Don't get much better than Jamie Palmer, I'll tell you that much right now. McDonald able to cut the deficit in half as we get back to the action here from the Midget Boys Championship game. Tristan McAfee can't get the runner to fall. McDonald, a head full of steam, going the other way. Nathan Julian, the team's leading scorer with those 6 points, will head to the foul line with a chance to tie us at 13. 3:20 to go until intermission. A lower scoring game here in the boys' title match, but here as of late, things starting to pick up ever since the closing minute of that first quarter, really. It was a 9-7 Nola Chucky advantage. They've outscored, or really things have been neck and neck here in the second. Both teams tied 4-4. Julian can't convert the first. An update on that Tobacco Road rivalry.
No, we ain't talking about it.
North Carolina
we ain't talking about
comes back.
Nope.
71-68.
Nope.
Less than a second remaining. We'll touch on that here in a few moments. Julian fits the second one in, but all is not if the Seattle Seahawks get a victory tomorrow for Tyler Nichols. I think that would ease the pain of anything. If my team could win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's interesting where Duke versus North Carolina and Seattle in the Super Bowl fall on the same weekend. So if I'd rather have one, I'd rather it be a Super Bowl championship rather than a regular season win over the biggest rival. Now, that would be nice to sweep, but if I had to pick one, I'm definitely picking Seattle.
I have to head out to Nola Chucky if that is the case. 13-12, a 1-point lead. And how about that shot from Tristan McAfee? 15-12, just when McDonald was starting to inch back into it. Nola Chucky able to extend its lead a bit further. Nice steal and a takeaway there by the Blazer D. In drives Dyer. Nice hops in the lane. Carson Dyer, some flashy finishes so far here today. He's got 13 of his team's 17. And Nola Chucky, much like we saw those Chucky girls in game one, starting to pick it up in that backcourt, create some problems for McDonald as they look to break the press. An inbound here for the Hornets as they change possession. Julian into the front court. He'll circle out around the arc, a dribble in, a floater, and this one rims twice and then out. Rebounded by the Blazers in Ryder Hensley. Good name. Floater by McAfee. Why not? Through the strings.
The Blazers are starting to get hot.
McAfee extends the lead by 7. Now a 6-0 run by the number 1 seed. Nearly a block on the other end, but it's rendered a foul on Jackson Merriam. A shooting foul. It will send the Hornets back to the cherry stripe. And Tyler, this one kind of unlike the first game because we saw Chucky get out to that huge lead in the first quarter, and then it was really Nola Chucky's game the last 3, but this game we've seen pretty even momentum swings back and forth in a matter of minutes. Those things can change, and we've seen a span of 4-0, 5-0 spurts, now a 6-0 run by the Blazers with the Hornets at the foul line.
Nice offensive rebound on his own shot.
Wallace couldn't fit it in, and Hollingsworth with the follow-up attempt couldn't find pay dirt. Nola Chucky couldn't get their hands on it in time, though, and it stays McDonald basketball. Hornets need it bad. They trail by 7 with just under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Ferguson to start it. A fader, and it's well too strong, and a follow-up miss by Ferguson here. A baseline toss in here for the visitors. McDonald is in the bonus for the rest of the half. A bank by Julian. This a bit too hard. And a Blazer that went down a bit rough on the near side right in front of our location as it's Jackson Merriam once again. We'll take the injury timeout, return in 30 seconds with 1:37 left in the half. Nola Chucky leading by 7.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
My dad was born here in 1933. The Terry family has been around East Tennessee since that time, almost 100 years now. Over the past 25 years of my career, I've had the opportunity to represent East Tennesseans all over the country. When we say, let our family help your family, we mean that. That is something we live by here at the Terry Law Firm. You have my word that we will represent your family just like you're part of our family.
Greene County basketball is on the air. And now, Matthew Palazzo.
Levi Hollingsworth at the foul line. A couple possessions have elapsed since we last left you. Hollingsworth will miss the first. It was an empty look for Nola Chucky on the other end after the Merriam injury. Good to see him walk off okay. Hollingsworth here to attempt a second. Nola Chucky has yet to attempt a foul shot. McDonald, meanwhile, has been there quite a few times. 3 of 6 in the opening quarter, 2 of 5 here in the second. 5 for 11 overall in the first half. Carson Dyer's pass is taken away. Carson Tremblay A drifter to his right and nearly banked it in. It's tipped out into the hands of a Blazer for a moment. A full court pass by Dyer up for McAfee. McAfee trapped on the elbow. Had it ripped away. Nice play on defense there by Noah Wallace. Julian lost it off the shoe. Regains possession. Takes it with the right-handed dribble. Inside for Hollingsworth. Towering over the other defenders. That's an easy 2 inside for the Hornet big. 19-15. Hornets make it a 4-point game. McAfee up top for Dyer. Dyer lost one into the corner. Blazers looking across 20 before the half's end. Half a minute to go. Dyer off the dribble, a pass to the left side. Hensley too short on the three-point attempt. Hollingsworth had it for the rebound, and the Hornets a costly mistake before they can set up offensively. Jump ball called as Tremblay tied up with Hensley. And with 12 and a half seconds to go, the Blazers with one final shot, or one final chance rather, for the end of the first half. Carson Dyer. Under 10 seconds to go between the rings now. Will find some help to his left. It's McAfee. Draped in coverage. Will get a shot off, but it's well short, and that is how we go to the intermission. Through 2 quarters, your score, McDonald 15, Nolichucky 19. We'll take the break. When we come back, our first half statistics, when we return. Also a look back at our midget girls title game. That's when we come back as you listen to the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money. For over 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has proudly served the Tri-Cities with a personal touch, because we're not just plumbers, we're family. From simple faucet repairs to full plumbing repiping, we have the experience and expertise to get the job done right. We also specialize in water heater and tankless water heater installations, helping you find the perfect solution for your home. Our technicians stand behind their work and always leave your space clean and spotless. Looking for a plumber who's fast, professional, and reliable? Call Tommy's Plumbing and let our family take care of yours.
My dad was born here in 1933. The Terry family has been around East Tennessee since that time, almost 100 years now. Over the past 25 years of my career, I've had the opportunity to represent East Tennesseans all over the country. When we say, let our family help your family, we mean that. That is something we live by here at the Terry Law Firm. You have my word that we will represent your family just like you're part of our family.
Greene County Basketball is on the air. And now, Matthew Palazzo.
And we welcome you back here at the halfway point of our Midget Boys Championship game, where it is Nolichucky 19, McDonald 15. The top-seeded Blazers with a hot shooting start and just enough in that second quarter to push themselves to a 4-point halftime lead. McDonald Hornets led by Nathan Julian, 7 points here at the halftime break. They get 6 from Levi Hollingsworth and 2 from Jaden Ferguson. In the second quarter, just a 3 and 15 shooting split to end the first half on 5 of 20 shooting, just 25% from the field. They have shot the game's only foul shots of the day. They've been busy at the charity stripe, where they have went 5 for 11. The top-seeded Nolichucky Trailblazers get 13 points out of Carson Dyer in that first half. An incredible three-pointer at the end of that first quarter, and then 6 in that second to give him 13 at the halfway break. They get 2 from Creedon Gregg and 4 from Tristan McAfee. Really came alive for the Trailblazers in that second frame. As a team, Nolichucky 5 of 14 from the field in that second frame. Overall in that first half, 9 of 31, just 29%, a touch below 30%. They have yet to make it to the foul line. That is your score update here with half number 2 just about ready to get going. So let's get things started in this second half. Also earlier tonight, if you're just now joining us, the Chucky Pirates winning the girls basketball championship in the midget division to conclude their Booster Club season. 27-25, an absolute game to the very end, to the very closing second. And this one figures to be much of the same. Nathan Julian getting us started underneath after a flurry of misses for the McDonald Hornets. Sophia Kinsler, by the way, leading the way for the Chucky Pirates with her 10 points to lead the team.
All in the first quarter.
All in the first quarter. Chucky did not score any in the fourth quarter, no points, but still enough defense late to hold on for the victory. Dyer a miss on the other end. McDonald will set up shop offensively. Step aside 3, and quite literally a step aside 3. Drug that foot. It is a travel. McDonald is within a possession, though. They cut it all the way down
5-0 run
to
now?
2. 5-0 run. They've trailed by as many as 7. And a steal at half court by Julian is called for the walk. And Dyer is slow to get up at midcourt.
It's one of the more confusing travel calls I've ever seen.
I'm not exactly sure we saw the same thing. We saw the same thing. I'm not sure the official and I saw the same thing.
Yeah.
Creedon Gregg driving, spinning, and laying in. How about that finish from Gregg? And Nolichucky with some support they desperately needed after McDonald came out of the gates hot. Julian pull up Jay from the elbow, and that one is sunk. Nathan Julian, he's been the fire starter for McDonald here today. 11 of his team's 19, and it's a 2-point game once again. An errant pass by Dyer. It's tipped and taken away by the Hornets. And Ferguson pushed to the ground in the forecourt. It will be a shooting foul, and it will send the Hornets to the foul line. The first on Maddox Hensley here this evening. 2 fouls each from Ellerman, Gregg, and Miriam. No serious foul trouble for either side. McDonald has not been called for a ton overall. Ferguson off the mark on attempt number 1. How about the fight displayed here by the Hornets? Taking it to the top seed Blazers, showing no signs of quitting. Ferguson to shoot a second. And it's off the front rim. He chases down his own miss, and gets some second chance points out of it. That's padding the stat sheet there as Ferguson gets the rebound and the putback bucket to tie us at 21. The 4th tie we've seen here today. Here we are. We've got ourselves a game, and Carson Dyer falling down with it, fighting through contact, finishes through, will make it a chance at a 3-point play as he is sent to the charity stripe. What a finish by Dyer. We've seen him a couple of times tonight as he reaches 15 points. This was some very impressive shots. I believe he's a 5th grader too, if I'm not mistaken. And I know his brother,
I believe 4th.
Brother might be 6th grade.
Well, I was told 4th earlier. They could have been wrong.
Nice finish there by Miriam. And Nolichucky with a 4-0 spurt to answer. It was a 9-2 run for McDonald. And then 4 unanswered now for Nolichucky. Hollingsworth underneath.
And
the
McDonald
bucket
won't go away.
How about that from Noah Wallace. First bucket of the game for Wallace. 25-23, Nolichucky leads it by 2. Lead cut in half once again, a corner 3, a bit too far from Miriam. And it's chased down, retrieved by Gregg. Dyer in the lane, off the left window. Rebound putback is good. And Nolichucky gets another bucket from Tucker Ellerman. What a fight we've got on our hands here. Back and forth we go. Just over 3 minutes to play as Nathan Julian makes the drive in. Late dish down for Hollingsworth. It rims out. Rebound putback won't go. And a couple of misses for McDonald that go around. And they will foul before Nolichucky can cross half court. It's impressive by McDonald staying in it. Good defense, stops when they've needed it, but Nolichucky likewise. Whenever things have gotten within one possession, they've been able to distance themselves right on cue. Carson Dyer to set it up for Nolichucky. Far side corner, Gregg moving it around the arc. In drives Miriam, the floater contested, didn't get the bucket to fall, but he will get the chance at 2 at the foul line. The foul on McDonald, Jaden Ferguson. That's the second on Ferguson. McDonald with 2 players with a couple. Hollingsworth and Ferguson each. Miriam connects on the first foul line, from the foul line that is. 28-23, the Blazer lead extended to 5. Looking for one more to add to the cushion. And it rims twice and pops out.
Nice little behind the back pass.
Julian really had a chase down from behind. The leaner in close. Exits the circle. And a falling Briar Reedy holding on to the jump ball. 5 points the distance. Nolichucky, McDonald squaring off in the Midget Boys Championship game. Dyer sliding across half court, quite literally. We'll give it up right side as Miriam makes his way in. Call for the travel. And just when you think Nolichucky could start to build some momentum, McDonald is there with the stop or a bucket to close the gap. And here they are, a chance again to pull within 5.
Wouldn't be surprised if you see him score on this possession, too, because it's been the story of the game so far. Whenever Nolichucky looks like they're going to run away, McDonald always finds ways to come back.
Hollingsworth couldn't get it to fall inside, but a trip to the free throw line in store for the Hornets. Foul on Nolichucky's Ellerman. That's his 3rd. 2:16 to go in the quarter as Wallace gets ready to shoot a pair. Too strong on the first. And a free throw lane violation for the Hornets. McDonald, who got here, upsetting the number 2 seed in the tournament, the Bayleton Dragons. Nolichucky, a thrubbing of the 4-seeded Doak Bulldogs in the semifinal games at 5 o'clock today. A runner in the short corner. The English a bit too strong, and Gregg can't connect. McDonald, a chance to take a chunk out of this lead. Julian through contact, no call. The whistle stay in the pocket. Julian was looking for a foul, and many in the green and white were. Instead, it goes against McDonald and Noah Wallace. That'll be the second on Wallace now. Nolichucky to set up the half-court set. Not a lot of offense here in this last 2-3 minute stretch. Dyer hoping to change that. Nolichucky clinging on to its 5-point lead. Dyer to the near side. A patient set here by the Blazers. Dyer works his way in, attracts 2. Dumps it off to the right for Hensley. Hensley looks for the baseline. The floater well short. Tipped down into the hands of a Hornet. Julian in and out of traffic and will put the shot up draw the contact, and we'll head to the line. Julian just nonchalant through transition. I mean, it is like, I wouldn't say a student driver, but a very experienced driver is weaving in and out of the 6 lanes of traffic like we're driving in Atlanta. Nathan Julian is well seasoned.
Student driver would be like setting up traffic cones in a driveway, buying your 4-year-old nephew a battery-powered Jeep and telling him to drive through it. That's kind of how it is for student drivers sometimes. If you want to know, just go ask Adrian Sauceman or Ben Murphy.
Hey, two great guys to ask. Driver's ed teachers. Nola Chucky a little bit too fast-paced in the front court, but no matters. A foul is drawn in the end as Dyer went crashing to the floor. It was Wallace picking up his 3rd foul, and now is the time where we'll head to the foul line. Bonus foul shots on the way for Carson Dyer. So I go to church with the Dyers. Keaton, the second one, he goes to youth on Wednesday nights. I literally watch this kid shoot, and I watch him hit. And this is a church gym, by the way. Tough rims to shoot on. He's hitting 15 three-pointers in a row, Tyler. And it's just absurd, the types of and they're not just like spot-up threes either. He's falling away, hand in the face, banking stuff in. It's just remarkable. It just runs in the blood, is what I'm trying to say. Carson Dyer with 16 points in this one.
I'll tell you a rim you could shoot on that'll tell you if you're a true shooter or not. Go out these back doors right here and go shoot on the rims out here on the Mosheim track. The stiffest double rims that you've ever seen in your life. If you hit the rim, it ain't going in.
The Mark Brooks gym? The Mark Brooks floor?
Mark Brooks court?
Yeah.
Shoot, he can see the court from his backyard.
29-23. Nola Chucky a point away from its largest lead of the night. Under a minute to go here, quarter number 3 in the boys' title game in the Booster Club. Near side, picking it up was Dyer. Got it up top for Hensley. Blazers will try a 3. Miriam's off the back rim. Exits far end. And a foul called on Nola Chucky this time around. Substitution comes in for the Blazers as McAfee checks in for Ellerman. 42 seconds to go. Hornets, who started the quarter with the hot hand, have since cooled off. Hollingsworth poked free, got it back. Will try the jumper, banked it in off the square. Levi Hollingsworth has double figures after that beauty of a shot from the elbow. 29-25. Blazers looking to strike back. 20 seconds to go in the frame. Near side from the corner, McAfee drilled it. From 2-point range, Tristan McAfee, 3rd bucket of the day. And the Blazers back in front by 6. Julian
got one more chance.
Ricocheting the miss. Dyer across midcourt and will get called for the travel. There'll be 0.4 seconds left on the clock for McDonald to get a shot up. 31-25. Couple of late punches thrown in this 3rd quarter. These two going back and forth. Jaden Ferguson will cue it in, and McDonald will not get a shot off. We played 3 here in the boys' title game. Your score at the break. It's McDonald, 25. Nola Chucky, 31. To the 4th we go as you listen to the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. and wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money.
Greene County basketball is on the air. And now, Matthew
6 minutes left to
Palazzo.
decide a midget boys champion. It's Noah Chucky leading McDonald 31-25 as we enter the final quarter of play. A missed runner as we open up this fourth quarter. McDonald basketball as they take it into the half court. Julian off the mark on the spinning J. Hollingsworth the rebound, put back no good. McDonald a hot start to that third quarter. They end up tying with Noah Chucky 12-12 in the frame. 6 of 14 shooting split for the Hornets. They were 0 for 5 at the foul line. We saw those foul shots plague the Noah Chucky Lady Trailblazers in their title game. Maybe it will benefit the Noah Chucky Trailblazers in the boys championship. Noah Chucky 5 of 10 from the floor in the third, also 2 of 5 from the line, shooting their first of the ball game. Julian's three-pointer rims out. Julian's been that catalyst offensively for the Hornets, leading the way with 11 points. Hollingsworth close behind with 10. Noah Chucky getting a game-high 16 out of Carson Dyer through 3. Julian leaning in off the right hand, won't go. A follow-up attempt, and it rattles in. How about Nathan Julian providing the first points of the quarter? 4-point game once again. It hasn't gotten past a 7-point lead for Noah Chucky. McDonald has led by as many as 3 back in the opening minutes of the first quarter. Running in the hook off the mark from McAfee. Here's McDonald moving to the near side. Julian hesitating. He'll try his luck from downtown, and it's glanced off the far side, from the near side, excuse me.
I'm going to travel.
Travel on the ensuing rebound. McDonald will steal an extra possession out of it. Some off-ball picks set for Julian. They'll key it inside for Hollingsworth, who is then called for the reach. That's going to be number 3 on Hollingsworth. Number 1 for the Hornets in the quarter. 31-27, Blazer ball, minute 10 into the final quarter of play. Noah Chucky hoping to be that team holding the championship plaque at the end of the night. Firing up a 15-footer there was Hensley. It goes awry, and Julian chases down the board. Crossing half court from left to right. The left shooting sleeve on. He'll come off the screen. Drifting to the right side of the lane. This one off the bottom side of the orange cylinder. Gets his own miss. Somehow sprawling out for it. And another look in store for the Hornets when we return from break. Timeout. Return in 60 seconds with 4:20 left to play. Noah Chucky leading by 4.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
Greene County basketball is on the air. And now, Matthew Palazzo.
A near steal on the inbound and a miraculous shot there by Noah Wallace, banking it in. The bank has been open for quite some time now, and the lead is cut in half. A Dyer missed runner going the other way, and McDonald has a chance to tie or take the lead here. Nathan Julian, the ball handler, will work it up near sideline. He'll take the baseline. Falling back, couldn't get it to go. Hollingsworth to tie it up. 31 all on the heels of a Levi Hollingsworth jumper. How about that? McDonald coming back from 7 down in this second half to tie it up at 31 apiece. In drives Greer, got it to go. Greg, that is. His third bucket of the day, give him 6, 33-31. Noah Chucky by 2. Julian with a right-hand dribble. Looking to match, and he will do just that. Through the strings, Nathan Julian with his 15th point of the basketball game. Noah Chucky's turn to take a timeout. We'll take one more break. Tied at 33 with 3:20 to go in the fourth and final quarter.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Greene County Basketball is on the air. And now, Matthew Palazzo.
Couple of exchanges as we welcome you back from the break. McAfee, a runner off of the takeaway. This one unsuccessful. McDonald has tied it up at 33, and we're deadlocked entering the final 3-minute stretch of the Midget Boys Championship game. The girls' game, which saw fireworks, and it was a Chucky rout to begin with, but then a Noah Chucky comeback for the ages, coming back from 16 down, making it a 2-point game in the closing moments, and then a missed jumper, or a missed putback at the very end of the game. The final second fell out. Noah Chucky McDonald, much different story, much more back and forth affair here in game number 2 of the night. Another turnover for the Blazers. 33 all with 2:47 to go. Hollingsworth to key it in. Julian cutting through some defenders, drawing the foul. Foul on Hensley for Noah Chucky. McDonald, heavy underdogs coming in to this championship game. The 3 seed having upset Baileyton in their semifinal match earlier this afternoon. Hollingsworth off the inbound pass, a bit too strong, and a follow-up miss by Noah Wallace. Looked like McDonald had it, and the arm will point in their favor. What a turn of events here late in the second half. McDonald with all the momentum. Their home faithful reaching a crescendo. Stepping out of bounds with it was Jaden Ferguson. It will be a turnover. Tyler, we've had 2 incredible games here tonight. How better for our First Horizon Spotlight games of the week?
Absolutely, and I feel like once we come to the end of the year and we start going down our list of awards, we're going to start going through, what games do we want to nominate as our games of the year?
Oh, yeah.
I think most of them come from the First Horizon Spotlight game of the week. One
I
that
go back to
instantly
that
pops
South
out-
Green Middle School game.
against Rogersville City.
Yes.
That game was a barn burner.
Bonkers.
Yes. The fact that they got an onside kick, we're moving to score, and then South Green comes away with a fumble.
Jackson Merriam underneath to get the Blazers the lead back, 35-33. Julian cutting in and out of defenders now. A stop-up Jay in transition, and he buries it. Nathan Julian ties us up, 35 all. Nail-biter here late. 2 minutes to go. Dyer, McDonald wanted to travel, didn't get it. In drives Gregg, and a foul is called on the floor here on Hollingsworth. Looks like that might be number 4 on Hollingsworth, and it indeed is. But going back to what you were saying, Tyler, if you wanted to finish that thought.
We've had 2 of them today. This game and the girls' championship that you could pin as some of the best games that we've had all year, and just some terrific games that we've been able to broadcast here on the First Horizon Spotlight game of the week.
Dyer at corner 3 would have taken the lid off the place. Unsuccessful, though. Another miss. Blazers get it back, however, and immediately after, It will exit out of bounds. Nolichucky basketball. McDonald standing tall in a 35-35 contest here in the Midget Boys Championship.
The way McDonald's been scoring every time Nolichucky scores right here, I may try to hold the ball.
Here's Dyer driving baseline. Got it. Carson Dyer, a man possessed here this evening. 18 points for the youngster. 37-35. Blazers get a takeaway.
Yeah.
That is a huge stop. And with 90 seconds left to go, McDonald, no fouls left to give. You got to be careful here. In drives McAfee, the runner, golden. Tristan McAfee, 8 points in this one, and McDonald will take its final timeout. 39-35, a minute 16 to play. Tyler, we'll check in on some other scores across the area, but we'll keep it right here through the break. An incredible game here in the boys' title game. What more could you want coming down the stretch here?
The fact that we've seen 2 games like this, too. The girls' game was just this insane comeback, and then the boys has been tight the whole way. I think the most that Nolichucky led by was 7. I think 19-12 was the most they had led by, and then for McDonald, maybe a tie. I don't remember if they've led except maybe in the early going.
They led in the early
first.
going, but never more than one possession.
Yeah, and the fact
and they
that
haven't led since that first
it's
quarter.
not reached more than a 7-point game the whole way. That's exactly what you want to see in a championship game. And we've been treated to 2 dandies today, whether it be massive comeback attempt or just a very competitive game like this that comes down to the wire here in the last minute of the game. We've delivered such a treat tonight.
2 late buckets by McAfee and Dyer, and Nolichucky takes a 4-point lead. McDonald needs to be smart. A few possessions left in this one. Up court, Ferguson, and Reedy has it. He is called for the double dribble. Turnover McDonald, possession Nolichucky. In will come Tremblay. Nolichucky ahead by 4. Closing moments of the boys' championship. Dyer, backcourt on Julian. Best on best. Across midcourt, Dyer through the legs. Near side, Hensley going to pop a 3. Looking to ice it.
That would have been the dagger.
Very nearly missed it. Ferguson chased down from behind and is called out of bounds. McDonald will turn it over, and Nolichucky has it, leading by 2 possessions with 50 seconds to go. Oh, what a steal here by Julian out of nowhere into the backcourt. Reverse lay-in. Are you kidding? Nathan Julian, what a play. And McDonald cuts the deficit in half.
We've got the Julian clan over to the left of us going nuts right now.
McAfee and the Blazers looking to play cat and mouse, but a foul is called just on top of the midcourt logo.
And that'll put him at the free throw line too.
Yes, it will. Noah Wallace called for his 4th. He and Hollinsworth both with 1 remaining until they foul out. To the line we go. Jackson Merriam to the stripe. He's 1 for 2 here this evening. Nolichucky has a team, 2 for 5 at the line. McDonald, meanwhile, is 0 for 5 in the second half. Here's the first from Merriam, and it's off the front end. One of the biggest moments of the game. Right here. Jackson Merriam to put the Blazers up by 3. And it is missed. McDonald chases down the rebound.
Wow, what a save.
No timeouts left for the Hornets. 30 seconds to go. Julian driving. Hornets trail by 2, and Julian is blocked. The shot was gobbled up by Merriam, and with 20 seconds left, McDonald will have to foul, and that will immediately send Nolichucky the other way to shoot the bonus foul shots. 39-37, we head the other way. Merriam back to the line where he just went 0 for 2. He's 1 for 4 in the ball game, and just that discrepancy, Tyler. McDonald on the day is 5 for 16 at the free throw line. Nolichucky a little bit better, but still just 2 for 7. Not great by any stretch of the imagination. Miriam a chance to forget all about those other 2 misses. You need a make here. If not, you leave the possibility up in the air of a game-winning 3-pointer. Here's Julian to shoot a second. The magnitude ever present.
Remember, no timeouts for McDonald.
Miriam misses the second. McDonald looking for the rebound. Eventually will have it stripped away. Nola Chucky basketball, and they will get a timeout with 12.3 on the clock. What tremendous effort there by Creed and Gregg. Sprawling out, getting it off the hardwood. A mad dash for the basketball. And Nola Chucky came away with it. What a treat here in this fourth quarter.
Man.
Back and forth, back and forth.
If you're McDonald right there, too, what an opportunity you had to get that and go. But you're still not out of it. They're 0 for 4 on their last 4.
Well, we saw in the girls'
right
game,
here.
too.
Yes. You could steal the inbounds right here. That's very much a possibility. Neither teams have really been terrific at taking care of the ball today, so there's still that possibility that you steal the inbounds pass right here and go the other way. But now the bigger question is, if you steal that inbounds pass, do you go for the win or do you go for overtime?
Oh.
That's such a hard question.
I know one thing. I'm putting the ball in the hands of Nathan Julian.
Yes.
That kid has been special here tonight. 19 points for the Hornets' leading scorer. The battle back and forth between he and Carson Dyer. Dyer with 18 to lead the Blazers. A matchup that many will talk about, just like you talked about the Braxton Potter performances of yesteryear. A chance for one of these players on the floor here to cement their names and their legacies here in the championship. 39-37 with 12 seconds on the clock. Nola Chucky possesses it and smartly will get it to Carson Dyer. That'll send him to the foul line. Dyer here tonight is 1 for 3 at the foul line, but usually a surefire free throw shooter.
And that's, he's surefire from everywhere, so that's exactly who you want at the free throw line right now with the game on the line to try to ice it.
The noise absolute deafening in the gymnasium, and Dyer can't fit the first one in. 18 points here tonight, but none more important than this one right here. 10 seconds left, no timeouts for McDonald. Dyer connects on the second. And a baseline inbound for the Hornets. 10 seconds left to work. No timeouts.
Here we go.
Julian, the ball handler. They trail by 3. 5 seconds to go. He'll pull up. No. He passes it down low for Hollingsworth. Back out to Julian, and it's stolen away. Nola Chucky had it. Julian to beat the buzzer. No! Nola Chucky survives, and they win the Booster Club Championship. 40-37. Another fantastic photo finish, and the Blazers, the top seed, taste sweet victory in the closing moments. What a game, what a game.
I'm in disbelief. Just the sheer fact that we had 2 championship games tonight that came down to the final shot in both is something that you almost can't ask for because you think it's too unrealistic.
It is just remarkable. You can't script it.
No.
It is just uncanny. Incredible finishes throughout the season, but on the final day of the season here, we were treated to 2 incredible games in the championship matches. 27-25, it was Chucky over Nola Chucky in the girls' title match, and 40-37, a combined 5 points combining the 2 deficits. And I just cannot talk about it enough. Just what a comeback by McDonald. What a comeback. From 7 down, late second half, to come back, tie it up, and eventually have a shot at the end to tie it up and maybe take it into overtime. I mean, just incredible stuff there by McDonald, the fight that they displayed, and you got it in the hands of Nathan Julian for that one final shot.
And it gets passed inside, and you think they may go for a quick 2 and then try to foul again and steal the inbounds, or maybe foul and then I don't know, but just the fact that you throw it down to Hollingsworth and he gets it back out to Julian on the three-point line was such a smart and terrific play right there, and he gets off such a clean look too. And for Hollingsworth is kind of for Julian's kind of the same as Dyer. No shot is out of his range. So whenever you saw that shot go up, it had the possibility of going in.
Well, as you see on your screen now, the Nolichucky boys basketball team being awarded their first place plaque here on a Saturday night. What a better way to end our Saturday night with the Blazers crowned as champions to complete the Booster Club season in 2025 and 2026. Tyler, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up our final statistics and put a bow on what has been an incredible night of Booster Club basketball. Once more, your final: McDonald 37, Nolichucky 40, and the boys championship.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect: games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected: low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
Greene County basketball is on the air. And now, Matthew Palazzo.
Absolute fanfare to the bitter end. Nolichucky holds on for victory, 40-37, as the Trailblazers are crowned champions of the Midget Boy Division. We'll be quick here in our post-game segment. Let's hop right into our final statistics. We'll start with the McDonald Hornets, just short, and I mean just short, in that closing stretch. They had the shot to tie at the buzzer, but ultimately just a few inches short, and ultimately fall by 3. Nathan Julian leading the way with his 19-point performance. He was incredible for the Hornets, exactly what they needed. 8-point performance in that fourth quarter, just a little bit short on that final shot. You get 12 from Levi Hollingsworth tonight, also in double figures for the Hornets. 4 each from Jaden Ferguson and Noah Wallace. In that fourth quarter, the Hornets 6 of 16 from the field. But here's the kicker, Tyler. They were 0 for 5 from the foul line in the second half. Overall, they were 5 of 16 at the charity stripe. From the field, the Hornets 17 of 50. That's 34% shooting from the floor. And for the Nolichucky Trailblazers, I mean, what a night for Carson Dyer. 19 points for the young man. It was held in check in that fourth quarter, but I really think that first half with those 13 points really propelled that offense to those heights that they needed to take the big lead and to take that momentum into the second half. It provided enough cushion in the end to get the victory tonight. You also get 8 points from Tristan McAfee, 6 from Creedon Gregg, 5 from Jackson Miriam, and 2 from Tucker Ellerman. Also a big-time shot from Carson Dyer there at the foul line in that closing sequence, because you make that shot, or you miss that shot, rather, who knows? Nathan Julian makes it to win the game, so you protect yourself from that. But a great night overall by Dyer and the Blazers, who are crowned champions, as you can see them holding up the tournament bracket. Came in as the 1 seeds, dominated in today's semifinal matchup, and were taken to the brink in the championship game, but ultimately hold on to win by 3. The Blazers 18 of 54 final shooting split, good for 33%. 3 of 11 from the foul line. They left some points on the charity stripe, but ultimately it didn't matter. Nolichucky is your 25-26 Midget Boy champions after getting the victory tonight, 40-37. Tyler Nichols, we move to you. One final thought before we end our Saturday night and put a bow on what's been an incredible day here at the Booster Club Championships.
I mean, perfect. You couldn't have asked for 2 better games to stream tonight in the championship games. You have 2 games that come down to the very last shot. You have a Chucky girls team that is leading Nolichucky by 16 points after the first quarter, 22-6, and then the fact that Nolichucky holds them to just 5 points the rest of the game and has a putback attempt at the buzzer to tie the game. And then you move into McDonald, who never trailed for more than 7, and a Nolichucky team that just couldn't pull away and couldn't hit the free throws at the end and left that door wide open. And McDonald gets a shot at the buzzer to also try to tie the game and send it to overtime. It's just, like you said, you can't write stories like this because it doesn't seem plausible. It doesn't even sound like a storybook because you write that you have 2 shots that come down to the wire. It just doesn't seem possible. And you had 2 shots that could have sent the games to overtime when we're already behind enough tonight too. So just fabulous night of basketball tonight. Couldn't be more happy about what we were able to deliver tonight with Chucky taking the girls booster championship and then Nolichucky taking the boys booster championship. And Nolichucky had been the Giants that seemed like nobody could figure out, and then McDonald almost doing it.
Little old McDonald. Man.
Yes, McDonald only 4 players that scored all night, and then you've got Nolichucky that has 5 that are going out there and scoring, and McDonald without really a bench to kind of go to also, and they're hanging tough with the Giants and Nolichucky, but Nolichucky coming out with the win, and credit to them. A great job by both their boys and girls tonight. The girls attempting a comeback, and then the boys able to win the championship. But just a fabulous set of games that we got here tonight, and I'm glad we were able to do some booster ball because it's something that we haven't done. We've made it out to middle school. We've done bowling. We've done wrestling. We've done middle school soccer. We've done things and sorts like that, but hadn't done booster ball. And to be able to do that on a Saturday night was pretty special, and I have to admit, it was extremely fun.
Final day of the season in the books for the Booster Club here in the 25-26 season. Also, I want to give another big special thank you, Mr. Tim Williams, again, the head over the Booster Club and everything that he made possible for us here today. It was a cramped setup. It was standing room only here at West Green's middle school gym, but he made it possible. He made enough space for us to get in here and film and record, and it was entirely up to him to make it work, and he did just that. So a special thanks to Mr. Williams and everything that he did for us today, taking care of us. Great hospitality once again here from West Green.
Absolutely, and it might be the only stream we've done and will ever do without a tripod.
Yes.
Just freehanding the camera up here, so apologies if the camera work was a little worse than usual to not having to freehand it and everything. But, I mean, just loved coming up here tonight. I'm not even going to complain about not having a tripod and being cramped because the fact that they were moving people around and scooting over and giving us the table to use was just so hospitable and extremely nice of them to do.
And one for the memory books for sure, one that Nolichucky and Chucky will not soon forget. Nolichucky gets a victory in the boys' title game, 40-37. Earlier tonight, it was the Chucky Pirates winning the midget girls' title game, 27-25, in a low-scoring affair. Earlier this afternoon, the Chucky Pee-wee girls completing the girl championship sweeps, and also the Mosheim boys get it done in the Pee-wee boys' title game. Of course, Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow. Enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday. That'll be it for us. Tyler Nichols is going to be glued to that TV as those Seahawks take on the New England Patriots. For our crew here today, for everybody that made it possible, for Mr. Tim Williams and for Tyler Nichols, I'm Matthew Palazzo saying so long, good night, and God bless from Mosheim.